morning, everyone, or at least for me, it's morning. Welcome to another Shaftastic stream. Today we have the Aspect League Div 1 finals. There is yeah, how do you call it? Everything is an hour earlier than expected because of the change in summer to winter time. So I didn't have my coffee yet, no breakfast. So I hope someone is there to save me today. I heard something in the background.
Hello. Hey, Rob.
Good morning.
If you want, go and make yourself a coffee now. I can get the first game started. It's all right. rather you be in the right kind of mind state. You know, this is the Division 1 finals after all.
True. Yeah, I'll power through it. Like when the first rocket is flying, I'll wake up.
Nice. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna do some Discord notifications. Get some more people in the stream.
Okay, I'll set the lobby up because we're gonna start off. Let's just look at the bracket. Yeah, we're gonna start off with the lower division or the lower bracket. Round 1, RoyalRuby versus Python. And I think it's, for me at least, it was kind of an upset to find Python in here.
You think Python, you mean to be in the lower bracket?
True, yeah.
Yeah, I also thought Python would not drop any games, but he dropped a match to JG, as we can see on the brackets right now, and he did say that he wasn't prepared for the ping, to play on ping. He said he had no practice playing on ping. It was new to him, and he wasn't ready for it. And yeah, he's going up against RoyalRuby. It's going to be another game on ping, and yeah, I think you know, now he's got a little bit of practice under his belt, he'll probably be okay. But the thing about Python and ping, which really doesn't favor him, is that he's a rocket heavy player, and rockets on ping is probably the worst weapon. So yeah, that is something that is he'll have to overcome if he wants to make the final.
Okay. Are you in Quake yet?
Not yet. It's loading now. And if you're in the chat, everyone, let's hear you. You know, it's a bit earlier than usual because of daylight savings. You know, I think it surprised us all today, especially Rob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even I didn't realize daylight savings had come in New South Wales, and someone messaged me and was like, "Hey, what time are we actually starting?" Because daylight savings. And I was like, "Oh shit!" So had to get that sorted. But yeah, it's better we start now than starting in an hour's time, because otherwise, like, we'd be starting the grand final at like 10:30 p.m. at night, and that's a bit too late. So yeah, got to get it going. And yeah, hopefully it is a good top 6 finale and a good show from all the top players in Australia. I think you know, they're probably in pretty good form now after a whole season, and yeah, this is just the best of the best, really coming through, the cream rising to the top, and yeah, the best players from the Australia Pacific region. Got 4 Australian players. One of them is from Western Australia, which is quite far from Eastern Australia, and one is from Japan and one is from the Philippines. So, you know, a bit of an international play here tonight, and yeah, should be a good one. All right, I'm in QC.
Okay. Is Mike in the house? Because I have an overlay with Den the King versus RoyalRuby, and I think that's not the one we are going to see. I'm just.
You could probably just change that with the remote. Just select the other game.
Let's see. I'm pushing buttons.
Yeah, I can show you how to do it if you maybe share your screen. But yeah, you can change the match.
Okay, let's do it. I think I have to do it this way. Then I'll disable the overlay. We'll just do it live on stream, so everybody. So I press config, right?
Yeah. So.
And this is semi-final 0.
This is the lower bracket. If you go back to the last screen that you were just in, scroll down. Yeah, you can select the other games. See. Not sure the game is in there.
Yeah, true. So I'll just do.
Maybe finals bracket top 6.
No, that's the bracket. So I'll take semi-final 0.
If you just link me the thing, I'll fix it for you. Okay. I can fix it real quick. It's just riveting stream content.
True.
For everyone.
Behind the scenes look. Normally you only get that on the special edition. But,
yeah, so this should be... We have a grinder for this game. And a lobby. Let's go, let's get everything set up. Okay, Python has just linked me the grinder. Let's have a look. Bring the grinder up on screen while we're working this out. They're doing the grinder live right now, actually. Corrupted Keep first, Molten Falls second. Ruby picked CK, interesting.
Yeah, and this will all be best of 3 until the grand final, right?
Yes, best of 3. Yeah, we are missing a game from the remote.
Hey, Jones is there. That's a surprise. Yes. I don't know if you have access to Koachi. Oh.
Here we go. Okay, I can fix this. All right. So, what match are we watching? Python versus RoyalRuby. Alright, that should... So if you go and select UV semi-final 1, that should be the correct one now. And LB final will be the next game, and then we'll go back to UB semi-finals 0.
Okay.
All right, so let's have a look at this after that bit of technical analysis. There, we got this grinder.
Yeah, so we start off on Corrupted Keep. Stalk versus Blaskovic. Can you drag Jones into the caster's booth?
Absolutely. Hello, Jones.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Depends what part of the world you're from, you know?
Yeah. Almost 8 a.m. over here.
So is that overlay working for you now? So first game up, everyone, we got Python versus RoyalRuby. RoyalRuby is a Japanese player. Very solid player. It's kind of hard to really understand how strong RoyalRuby is, because, to be honest, he's able to play on servers that aren't the ASPAC region, or at least not ASPAC South very often, and yeah, it makes it hard for us to really understand how good they are because we don't play against them very often. So I'm not sure that Python has had much experience against RoyalRuby, but you know, Python, we know what his level is like. He hits insane rockets. He's an amazingly smart player. He's been playing the game for 20 years and he came top 6 in CPL in 2006. So yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, do you guys have any analysis on these players?
Playing for almost as long as I've been born.
Yeah.
Long timer, part of the old school for sure.
I still don't have an updated... do I need a new link? It would update automatically, right?
It should do. Oh, sorry, I had to upload the updated config. That should be working now. So if you click UV semifinal 1, it should be...
something is reloading. Quite hard, it seems.
Python needs another inviting game, please.
So do I.
Yes, now I am.
All right, hey, now we can look at the games, the analysis, everything. So we can see that RoyalRuby got beaten by Dandy King. Python, his most recent loss was against JG, but he took out Redoxide and Swampiest. And yeah, RoyalRuby took down Mike, myself, Knight. So yeah, Knight is currently in the upper bracket and is going up against Dandy King later. Hasn't lost in the finals yet, but if this is anything to show, you know, maybe Knight was lucky that RoyalRuby wasn't on his side of the bracket coming into this, and maybe RoyalRuby is a finals contender. We're not sure. The bracket is this link.
Yeah, certainly both players are an early boss.
Yeah, you know, we had 73 players this season in the ASPAC Quake League, and
Ooh, amazing
We've
turnover. from
come to the
players.
final now. Final top 6 players. And this is it. This is the cream of the crop. They're the best players going around. And I think we're going to see some really excellent Quake Champions gameplay tonight. You know, it's this match right now is a best of 3. It's do or die. Whoever loses this best of 3 will be knocked out, and they will come in 6th place in the ASPAC region. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the chat, let's hear who do you think is going to get up tonight out of RoyalRuby and Python. Who's going to take it out? Is it going to be RoyalRuby? Is it going to be Python? Is it Japan? Is it Australia? Who's the favorite here from the chat's point of view?
Yeah, I'll start a prediction as soon as we are loading into the match.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing map predictions, aren't we?
True.
So you guys will be able to gamble your points 3 times instead of 1 per series. Up to 3 times, obviously.
Well, Mathika says Python. We already got one. And we got Zubby also put in the Python emoji in. Jakens couldn't bet against Python's Rockets. Hodzilla, Python. Everyone's going for Python right now. I think we have a pretty biased chat.
Come on, Ruby fans, let's go.
Yeah.
I know you guys are hiding out there.
Okay, well, I think we're ready to get into it.
Yeah, let's show the lobby on stream. I'll give this the first map to you guys so I can start the prediction and grab my coffee.
Yay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
cheers.
All right, Jones. So, you know, you casted a fair few of the spotlight matches during the season. Did you get a chance to
Indeed.
cast RoyalRuby or Python?
I casted both, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Python with amazing rockets and Ruby a little bit more standard in his play, but it's going to be very balanced. If both players play to their strengths, they can certainly win.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be brilliant, and it's going to be, I believe it's going to be a tight contest. Corrupted Keep should favor Python slightly from what I saw. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go. Looks like we're starting.
Well, Corrupted Keep was RoyalRuby's pick, and yeah, I think Strog on Corrupted Keep is always an interesting pick. You know, most people go for that burst damage kind of character, like a Galena or BJ or DK, something like that. You know, something that can just give you that edge in short, quick fights. But picking the movement character, you know, it's ping versus ping.
Movement and Stryant, don't forget.
That's true.
Stryants can
true.
be quite powerful in maps with a lot of fragging.
Very true. But yeah, we're getting into it. Best of 3, first of the top 6 games tonight. Division 1 of the ASPAC Quake League. We got Jones here on the mic and Hamo, myself. And we're just waiting for this game to get underway.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Both of these players already cracked top 6, which not bad, but they'll be wanting more.
3, 2.
And it's their opportunity to go get it. Yeah, it's Ruby spawning on shotgun. And Python on LG. Nice fight here by top of the mega. Oh, first frag for Ruby with a shotgun.
Taken.
Python kinda caught by surprise a little bit, I think.
That shotgun is so punishing with the dual wield, but most players don't really suspect that it's going to do like 40-50 damage a hit. But yeah, RoyalRuby just playing it a bit careful now. He doesn't want to dive onto this. He doesn't really have the stack for it. And Python, great position there, steals that heavy away. So RoyalRuby has to give up and go and get that mega health. But at the end of the day, RoyalRuby, Python, similar stacks right now, and that's just how RoyalRuby wants it to be when he's got the lead.
Yeah, Python a little bit with armor. Ruby on still some life overstack, but that's a big rocket. Oh, Beaker coming through. Python still has a chance. Yeah, Ruby gets a second frag and a heavy to boot, so is on a great position. Python gets the Mega off spawn. We'll be getting the rockets.
Yeah,
He
important
doesn't take
still
any
there,
damage.
getting that Mega. Oh, they both collide into each other. Python comes in at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Python taking so much damage, but also dealing a fair bit as well. Python comes back in. He knows he wants that position on that red armor. Such a risky play to come back in there with such little health. If RoyalRuby was prepared for it, he would have probably taken him down with the machine gun. But Python coming in for this mega health as well. He just dives on it with the shotgun. RoyalRuby gets the mega health, but Python catching RoyalRuby completely unaware and dealing so much damage.
Yeah, the element of surprise coming through. Nobody saw that one coming. Oh,
But Python having perfect timing on both the items there, and that's really what made the difference. He knew that he had just enough time to push in after getting that heavy armor and then dive the mega health. But yeah, now Ruby in a difficult situation. Python, similar situation to before. Python coming diving in. He missed the shotgun though. RoyalRuby not hitting enough either, and Python will come out on top of that fight. So similar situation to before. Python is the one that's able to convert.
Yeah, but it wasn't a clean frag by any chance. Ruby didn't get the refrag, but it's Python getting the tying frag, and it's 3-3. Oh, good rocket there from Ruby, but he lands on the lava. Always such a bad thing to happen. Got a mega, so he won't mind that too much. Oh, Python now extremely low, but Ruby is not with a good amount of health himself. Now we'll be breathing a little bit better with that light armor. Yeah, looks like the heavy will be going to Python. And he has time. He's got time to challenge the mega. Good play from Python with the shotgun.
You know, Python, he only needs to whiff one shotgun and he'll completely give up all control in those kinds of situations, but he's just hitting. He just converts every time. He's the absolute clutch player. But RoyalRuby, like, you know, putting himself in difficult situations again and again. He's just a little bit unaware of the timing of these items, and he's not quite getting there in time. He's standing there a bit too long before they spawn, and he's just not making the right play around the items, and Python taking advantage of that.
Yeah, also gambling a bit of stealing the item mid-fight, or getting the frag before the item spawns, and the gambles are not paying off. Oh, what a rocket from the other side of the map from Python. Yeah,
Python on such a roll right now. RoyalRuby started this map, I think, 3-0 up or something like that. Maybe 2-1, 3-1, something like that. But Python has definitely got a roll going. And this being the ASPAC Central server with, you know, RoyalRuby 72 ping, Python 110 ping. This is definitely RoyalRuby's map to lose. It's also RoyalRuby's pick. So, you know, he should be the favorite. So he needs to be bringing this back. He needs to be making some kind of play, and that's the kind of chase down rocket that we need to see from RoyalRuby. Beautiful play there, and he just caught Python just before he got through the doorway to get that mega health, and now he has full control of the map.
5-minute warning.
Oh no, good play to get those rockets. Python now quite low. I don't know if he's gonna go for that red. Looks like he's not. He's gonna restack in other areas. Found some armor, which will go a long way into the next fight. Oh, but he drops down to the light armor without a lot of health.
Oh, the running out of ammo there could have been crucial if you whiffed that shotgun, but luckily he had Python only just low enough to get the frag, and yeah, he's converted again. He's tied up the scores. RoyalRuby, Python, 5 minutes in, tied scoreline, still anyone's map.
Yeah, just as we started. Nobody giving the other many chances. Now Ruby's got the momentum and the control. Python is gonna have to make something happen if he wants to turn the tide of the next battle. Oh, great rocket! The stacks aren't quite equalized, but that will go a long way. Oh, fantastic rocket! Oh, it's Ruby survives with 1 each. Python, wow, so close to getting that frag, but there's a heavy and a health bubble. Python still makes his way in. Oh, Ruby on gonna be 50 HP soon. The BJ passive coming through big time. Oh, Ruby. Oh, Python gets the mega. And he's gonna get the light as well. Ruby landed on Python.
Lead tied.
Oh, and Python gets the fight. Wins the fight and ties the game.
He only had 17 health remaining after that fight. He was so low, and yep, RoyalRuby knows it. He comes in straight for the refrag, and it really feels like either player could really get a clench on this map right now. Whoever's winning the fights in this particular moment will probably take out the rest of the map because the items are so split, and that's why Python's coming in here. He's desperate for this mega. He really doesn't want to give it up. Oh, who got that mega? I think Python got it. And RoyalRuby has to back away, and that is such a crucial pick up there for Python, and he knows that he is trying to be careful, can't give up another frag. RoyalRuby does some self-damage, but Python runs away, but now Python has a little bit of a hold on this map, and yeah, the map really could have gone astray for Python there if RoyalRuby was able to get a clean mega health there. So Python keeping himself in it.
Oh, Python now
So much
committing
fighting
to the
going
side.
from Python.
Oh, that's just... Oh, what a great position from Ruby to fight for this heavy. But great rocket on the wall from Python, winning himself heavy. But
And if
Ruby
anyone's
with some
seen
great
the
machine gun.
AQL highlight video, you should know not to push Python when he's in that room with rockets, because he does not miss. Oh, but what a rocket coming in there from RoyalRuby. The direct was so crucial, and he only had 40 health remaining afterwards. If he didn't hit a direct, then he certainly would have died. But refrag after refrag right now, both players knowing exactly where the other player's going to go, and Python using the movement speed so well to come in for that refrag.
Wow, now Python in a better situation stack-wise. Yeah, and he gets the frag, but not without taking a ton of damage. Still just over 100 health. The health bubbles at bones will help. Yeah, and the mega will help as well. So RoyalRuby's chance for a refrag ended right there. Still gonna make it through. Great direct. Still a few seconds until heavy spawns. Ruby has time to take the large route around, and Python 2 frags up. With only a minute,
1 minute to go. 2 frags up, perfect split on the items. I think RoyalRuby's got to make a move now, otherwise this is going to be really hard. And RoyalRuby hits a great rocket, but he gets pushed out of the room. And I think RoyalRuby knows it. He's in a difficult spot right now. RoyalRuby only has 25 health to his name right now. And oh, what a beautiful setup by Python. Yeah.
Brilliant read. Yeah, there's definitely time for the comeback, but it's gonna be now. Yeah, well, I think that's game. Oh, 4 frags,
Yeah.
25 seconds.
And
A
that's
little
got to
bit
be
bummed that the
devastating.
map is gonna end, but wow, what a fantastic map this was from both players.
Absolutely, and you know, Python's got to be really happy with that, knowing that this wasn't his map pick, this wasn't his server. He's going into the next match now, you know, going to be more of a ping advantage and also on the map that he picked. But yeah, RoyalRuby, you got to feel for him. He's got to be sweating at this point. You know, he hasn't lost many maps the entire season. I think he came, he was in the top 3, I think, and he let me just double check that. Yeah, he only lost 3 matches the whole season, and I think he only dropped a couple of maps overall, so that's one of them. And he's got to be sweating now because yeah, it seems like he lost his server, his home server, he lost his map pick, and Python now in the driver's seat.
Python 1 map away from moving on. Before we move on to the next map, though, Kawiowo and Shadow Department, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you guys have fun watching the finals of the Aspect League Division 1. Yeah, so going into map 2, let me refresh my memory on the picks and pans. So it's gonna be Athena, Sorlag on Molten. Yeah, 2 movement characters. Athena, not enough stack, and Sorlag, way too much stack. It's gonna be very interesting to see the strategies around those picks, because I think Ruby will be wanting to play the bully, and Python will be wanting to be a bit more like a surgeon. Surgical strikes, not wanting to give up much stack in between fights or items.
What a start. I was drinking coffee, but I really didn't mean it. I just saw rockets flying around.
Yeah, you're gonna be jumping out of your chair soon.
I should point out that Python did beat RoyalRuby 2-0 in the group during the season a couple of weeks ago. So he definitely has a psychological advantage there. Yeah. Do you want me to step out this one? You two take it?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll step up to the next map.
Yep.
I don't have I can't update the score.
Oh, that's odd.
No, it is not.
Yeah, well, anyway, Python's up 1-0, and Ruby on the brink of elimination unless he wins this map. Yeah, which we shall see if he does.
Yeah. The list of
Prepare to
he
fight.
has to come back in this one. Like the first 2 minutes
Round begins in
the last map.
3,
definitely
2,
his favorite.
1.
Let's,
Fight.
see if he can get the strong onto the
Yeah, so Ruby starting off on Mega goes to grab that light armor before picking up his item. Python does the same on the heavy side of the map. Both players now with railgun in hand. We know how important it can be in Molten.
Item did get a favorable starting spot, playing the light, getting that. And like this is a much larger.
Stopwatch.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a much larger map than CK, so they can be on the defensive.
Yeah, much more viable to be defensive here than Corrupted Keep last time around. And certainly what we're seeing right now, a much slower paced game. First rail goes to Python.
And it's also the matchup, right? Athena, the light needs to dish out the damage. Or have at least the heavy to invest into the in being the bully. Oh, we have a fight. Whoa, the anti-rocket from Python.
That
It
was
did
beautiful from
so
Python.
much in this fight, followed up by the real shot.
Yeah, and after grabbing that heavy, Python again with a good amount of armor. Nobody's waiting at Mega. Ruby realizes this and deals a ton of damage. No armor for Python at the moment. But it'll
Yeah,
be
heavy in
just
3
in time
seconds,
for
and
heavy.
there is an attack. There.
Oh no, Ruby misses all of the spit.
Yeah, but he
Forced to
did.
escape.
He released a rail right before Python got that heavy, and look at this. Yeah, great
Oh, it's gonna
attack.
be a massive fight.
And there is an escape for RoyalRuby. No, but he overstays his welcome on the Mega Health, loses out on the item, and yeah, another life.
Ultimately on the frag as well.
True.
It's unfortunate because he had been just surviving up until that point. Dangerous leaving the bag up like that, but yeah, nothing too bad as Ruby was wanting to get the item timing anyway. And what a play with the grappling hook. Ruby had no idea where Python was coming from.
Yeah, and Python, like the first 3 minutes are definitely in his favor. Now RoyalRuby has to climb a mountain.
Oh, that's a great play from Ruby.
Going down.
One
Python
health
on
of Python.
HP.
Yeah, and there is no major item spawning for a few seconds. Oh, RoyalRuby needs to be present at his mega health, but he isn't.
Oh no, he misses the exit. No, yeah, misses the exit rail as well.
No, it did hit. But yeah, the mega health in his back
great
pocket.
rail now. Python solo. Yeah, now Ruby can afford to ignore the item. Just go for the kill. And that's exactly what he needed coming back into this game.
Yeah, and the most important is he got the heavy. That's such a great tool when you play the Lizard Lady. You can withstand so much damage. And he's denying this light.
Also,
Yeah.
a lot of time until the item spawn. He catches Python.
Wow.
And he gets him, and all of a sudden it's a tied game.
Yeah, great switch to the shotgun. Oh, but no, the heavy gets stolen. He might pay for it with his life, but it's a good denial. And especially the mega health is 5 seconds away. Python spawns at a much favorable position than RoyalRuby. Yeah, he does not have to stack to fight for this one.
Yeah, and I think that both players will be somewhat fearful of going for heavy, risking a lot. But Ruby hits that first rail. Oh, with that rocket. Such a good area to spam as well. Totally threw Ruby off. Oh, now Ruby has to escape. Doesn't have any resources to fall back on. Forced to give up another mega. Oh, good rail from both players. Ruby now solo. Not available anymore, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, Python overstack on both health and armor. It's gonna be a tough one. He moves in. Yeah, easy fight with that much stack, but takes a lot of damage. But yeah, there's a mega waiting.
Lost.
Oh, it's going back and forth. The heavy's next up, and both players are fighting for it.
A good play from Python there to hold his ground and not close in on heavy. Otherwise, the shotgun would have been too much for him to handle. Oh, great rails! Oh, finally Python missing and giving RoyalRuby that lifeline that he needs. Yeah, the game is tied, but Python is in control. Full control at the moment.
Yeah, RoyalRuby really wants a light before a fight. Oh, he actually
he
steals the mega! What? Oh, but no!
What a heist!
But yeah, no, he didn't delay it enough for a clean heavy. Now there is time for Python to get some property items before the next major item, and he has the better position. The item gets stolen again, but RoyalRuby.
Oh, both players so low!
What?
Ruby on 2 HP, Python from 4.
No, it is a
It's a
trade.
weird play.
Oh, but RoyalRuby has the best spawn.
the
But
items.
yeah, but Python has the speed, right? Oh no, he doesn't go for it. So RoyalRuby is in a better stack department, but he doesn't really have the tools to fight.
Well, shotgun and the dream. play from Python to steal the item. Shotgun versus
Oh,
Rail.
and the
At that
spit!
distance, Rail should win. Oh, the spit's still ticking.
Yeah, but
Ruby will...
it was a great tool to scare Python away and not chase this frag up. He will lose on the Mega Elf, but...
Also, great tool to know your opponent's position as they
True.
either leave the area or chase you down.
Oh, but he has no stack to fight for anything right now.
Yeah, my bet is gonna try to deal some damage and vacate the area. Yeah, misses out on the damage. That can be huge. Oh, misses the rail.
Yeah,
Mega 5 seconds away.
Yeah, RoyalRuby has like 2 minutes, but being on the back foot like this, you will be a little bit defensive. But they meet, and he gets the Mega Health
What a
right off the
snipe.
fight, and he plucks Python out of the sky. There is a real in return. But yeah, I think let's concede. No, he's going mental. Is he going for this?
Python doesn't have rail, don't forget it. So at that distance, he can fight.
Oh, the balls
Yeah.
on this guy. He's
Gonna
playing
need
a
some new
girl,
trousers.
but oh, Python.
Brilliantly done.
Watch.
Only takes the lead with a minute and 15 seconds to go.
He probably betted on that he could get the killing blow before the Mega Health pickup, but I don't think RoyalRuby was available anyway.
Oh, now Ruby bullies Python away from heavy. And now it's Ruby who's at a great position. He can even afford to take some damage to fight this.
Oh, the rails! But yeah, the Mega Health.
Oh,
Oh, he's still
that was a
runnable?
great lead.
No, no. The armor will save him with one shot.
Oh my god, Python must think that Ruby has infinite HP.
Yeah. Like, Python
Well,
gets
that's
can
what
get
Ruby
one
wants to
frag,
hear.
but then you have to deal with the starting stack of the Lizard Lady.
Yeah, and that's some decent damage. Nothing to write home about, but that's decent. In 15 seconds to get a chase. Oh, he doesn't have any grappling hooks. Oh no, and that might be just what Ruby ordered.
Yeah, but this is what we want.
Oh, there's a fight!
Oh,
No! If he hits that last rail.
You would have killed him.
yeah. But, oh, we...
Down to the wire.
This
And Ruby extends the series.
was mental. Like, just like last Magnet, like CK is just plus forward. But, like how this map was going, this was the same.
Yeah, it started off quite slow, I'll give the guys that, but once someone made the first move, it was all go, go, go. And that's how we like our Quake. Yeah, and so Ruby extends the series.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a
both
map number
players.
3.
I think Rob just needs to do some technical
True.
stuff just for a second.
Oh, this is not.
Might as well just fix it up right now.
Yeah, sure. That was
And,
the wrong one.
So both players have won on their home server. Both players have won on their away server, and both players also winning on the away map pick. So,
Yeah, that's quite insane.
both players.
Completely against what is expected.
It's a good stream you got going there, Rob.
Yeah. Use the first links. Yeah.
Just so you guys see how things are done.
Yeah, just so you guys can see behind the scenes here.
And I'm a developer. Like. Yes. Thank you.
So,
I need text. No, this is still the wrong one. What?
no, the first link.
Yeah, the first link.
Yeah, the one that Mike linked you.
Yeah, so while we wait a little bit before we start the next map, Chrism, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for the follow, mate. Hope you enjoy the day. Hope Hope you're enjoying the stream.
The very first link. Okay. Yes. This is the one. Okay. Now let's open the remote so I can update the score.
Oh, one apiece, RoyalRuby, Python. From what you've seen today, chat, I know you're there. I know you're there, chat. You're talking. I'm loving the support. From what you've seen out of this game so far, out of the match, out of this best of 3 between RoyalRuby and Python, the beast, who's going to take it out? Who's going to take out this third map?
Everybody's been throwing channel points at the Python, but yeah. I know the Ruby guys are out there, let's go.
And, you know, this third map is Awoken. Python will be playing Doom Slayer, and Ruby will be playing Eisen. So, we know that Python's favorite champ is Doom Slayer. And they just recently nerfed Doom Slayer a little bit. On Awoken anyway, you can't do the double jump from the lightning gun as of about 1 week ago. So that is a bit of a shake-up. So you can't go lightning gun to tri-bolt with the double jump. Now you need to use a bit of nail or plasma on your first jump if you want to make it. Or you need to be using your ability. Also the lunge is a little bit different, although I have seen people putting some really good put into use in really interesting ways. Meanwhile, Ruby playing the standard strong Eisen, you know, turret, decent sized hitbox, and you know, pretty fast.
Yeah, alright, so before we start, Yadaran, thank you so much for the follow, mate. And I'll leave you to cast this one.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much.
So yeah, coffee is kicking in. I didn't really need it actually with the gameplay we are witnessing, but I think like in the beginning of this league, RoyalRuby was definitely the underdog against Python, but what he's showing right now, it's amazing.
Definitely, and like that's the thing. Python, he's like one of Australia's all-time greats, and this ASPAC League, you know, we've been able to see players from all over the Asia-Pacific region, and it's amazing to see these guys standing up to such great players. You know, RoyalRuby is really proving himself right now. But this map we're going to be starting on here on RoyalRuby, and he has the heavy armor spawn. He's got to be careful of that teleporter. Hadn't picked up the heavy armor yet, but there he goes. He gets himself the rail and heavy and rocket to start the game. So he's cautiously moving around the map, and a huge rocket from Python straight off the bat, and the conversion as well. So RoyalRuby, he doesn't want to be catching those rockets. He wants to dodge them.
Yeah.
And Python able to deliver unlimited amounts of damage with those rockets.
Yeah, just as you said it, he ate full on hundo. Oh, he gets the heavy and the damage out actually, but yeah, the follow-up drill is not there before Python zaps him away.
And it would have killed Python as well, that follow-up rail. So lucky Python dealt that damage so quickly. Both players very low here. Neither player can take any damage, and the read, such a great read there. He knows RoyalRuby's going to strafe over to that health bubble, and Python just winning by the skin of his teeth right now, these fights.
So yeah, and it was also the control he was working with. This time around, RoyalRuby gets the heavy and has the hit scan weapons in his back pocket. Ooh.
Oh,
Python floating himself through there, some LG tickling, but oh yeah, RoyalRuby is smelling blood. Ah, and he gets an angle. Python doing the double jump. RoyalRuby is ready for it.
Impressive.
They exchange drills. RoyalRuby gets the heavy, but he does not have a lot of health. Yeah, if he gets a sound hint. No, there is an escape option for Python, so he gets out.
Now we're looking at this game. Python does have 110 ping, and RoyalRuby has 77 ping. So both players kinda high ping. This is being played on the Aspect Central server. But Python just hitting so many rails after rail. RoyalRuby completely not expecting him. And oh, if Python hit that one, he would have gotten the kill. That would have been absolutely massive. But he wasn't able to convert it. So RoyalRuby able to get away with
rocket
Python.
jump! Yes.
Genius rocket jump there. And you know that they're the kinds of plays that really sets Python apart. He's always been known for his really genius rocket jumps, and no one expects you just to get dived at when you're on low health like that. They expect you person to be taking rails, maybe a little bit of lightning gun, but definitely not to just get blasted by a player coming straight at you with rockets.
Well, he's dealing excellent with the 2v1. Just first focus on the turret and then the enemy.
And Python hitting 61% rails so far this map. He's shot 13 of them and done 800 damage, so he's just unleashing a load of damage right now, and RoyalRuby just cannot keep up with the pressure and damage output that Python is delivering.
Yeah, like he's investing so much stack into getting into this rotation. Oh, there is a return rocket. And he spawns at the next major item. That does mean that he doesn't have much to fight with for this heavy.
And I'm noticing a change in RoyalRuby's playstyle. He's playing a lot more urgent right now. He's really forcing the occasions, and he hits a ton of rails just then. But this is different from RoyalRuby. RoyalRuby usually slow, calm, and collected, happy to look at rail angles, happy to make the game slower. But right now, he knows he's down 5 frags. He's got to make it happen, and he is converting these frags as well. So good play here from RoyalRuby, and we could continue to see a comeback. Oh, no one expects you to lose a fight when the person is above you and it's LG versus LG like that. You know, if you catch someone midair, you expect to win that fight, but when you're playing against Python, anything's possible. He's a master of being midair.
Oh, he had Python low, but didn't really have the tools to do the damage. And during the double jump, yeah, he completely destroyed RoyalRuby. And when he was down on the ground, got the mega health. He has so much to work with. Will lose out on the heavy. Oh, and see, that rocket did a lot for Ruby, but there is no follow-up. Well, there is a follow-up, but it's actually damaged himself instead of his opponent. Oh, no! Python slips. Oh, let's give RoyalRuby some screen time after that major F-up. Oh, but he recovers quite quick. Both players low, need to retreat, but RoyalRuby gets the major item first.
Shout out to Python. I was on his perspective, and he used his ability to rotate from the lightning gun all the way around to shotgun to the light armor and then back to the mega health so quickly. And that is what this new Doom ability is now capable of. Very quick rotations, and we're already seeing Python put it to use. And are we going to see Python take more of a backseat approach now? Is he going to slow the game down, or is he going to continue to just fight? And he doesn't want to lose that kind of fight just there. And RoyalRuby able to get a frag on the board. 5 frags in 4 minutes is definitely possible on Awoken. And yeah, maybe Python should have taken a more defensive approach just before. Another frag for RoyalRuby. This is getting very, very interesting right now.
It's just both players are going all in. And it's a coin flip who will walk out as victor in every fight. Oh, is he able to get the killing blow before the mega half? No, it isn't so. Oh, the hundo! Followed up by 40 damage. And he plucks him out of the sky. Only eats a little bit damage from the rocket. But he's on his way back if he keeps continuing getting the items. And like you said, yeah, Python, I do think he's trying to be a little bit defensive, but is still tempted to get in a fight as soon as he sees RoyalRuby, and RoyalRuby is ready for it.
I'm feeling nervous here for Python. RoyalRuby is like literally on fire right now. Down 2 frags, but that doesn't really mean much when you're just hitting everything. RoyalRuby knows he needs to continue to put his foot on the gas, but with Python happy to take the fights, he's just kind of making it easy for RoyalRuby to convert if he hits all his shots. So Python coming in again here, but he's finally hit some really good rockets, but RoyalRuby has that mega health to fall back on, and Python is super crippled here. He cannot fight for this next heavy armor.
Oh,
that rail would have killed just then. Python's super lucky RoyalRuby didn't connect, but RoyalRuby maximum stack right now, and a minute and a half to convert 2 frags. Third map of the best of 3. Loser of this map gets knocked out of the ASPAC Quake League and will come 6th place. So RoyalRuby, a lot on the line right here.
Yeah, he's hitting so much real. It's insane. Like Python, he did get some armor, but everything gets removed. Oh, but he's actually escaping a lot of fights now successfully.
And this must be frustrating for Ruby. He knows he's a slower character. He knows Doom is so fast, but oh, he got accelerated into that room, but he decided to fall back. Didn't want to give up the mega health.
And he's still there.
Playing smart here. It doesn't convert the frag. It's so low. Oh, Python was only needed 2 more ticks of LG to get fragged there. He got away by the skin of his teeth, and Python just running a loop around these health bubbles. RoyalRuby not quite able to get a hand on him, and that might be just enough for Python to win this map.
Yeah, I think also he's forgetting that he has a turret to deploy. Would have been a great assistance. Oh, he gets the frag, but only 20 seconds left.
Oh, I can feel the nervousness in both of these players right now. This is crazy. Both players need to make something happen literally this instant. RoyalRuby's doesn't have a bearing on him. He does have a bearing on him. He knows where he is. He's rocket jumped towards him, but he's just dancing around. He doesn't connect the rockets, and that's gonna be it. Python takes the match. RoyalRuby knocked out of the AQL. Python will proceed to the next round. What a series we just watched. It literally couldn't have been closer, and just amazing performance from both players here. Oh.
Wow, I feel tired and I wasn't even playing. What a series. And endings. Whew. Wow, props for Python for clutching it out. That was so close.
Oh, that was insane. My gosh. Wow. Props to Python. He's got to be drained after that match. He'll definitely need a rest before the next match, and he'll get about an hour and off. But yeah, what a great game.
Dude, that was awesome to see.
All right.
Yeah, great showing from Ruby.
Yeah, let's just give Ruby a bit of credit right here. He hasn't played the Aussies much, and you know this league is made up predominantly of Aussies. Doesn't get to practice against them much either, and he just comes in real heavy hitter. So he'll definitely be someone to look out for next season. And yeah, great performance there from Ruby. Pushed Python to the limit. Not quite able to get over the ledge. All right, so we got next game here.